of IntellectualRadio.com, its subsidiaries, or sponsors. Encouraging, educating, and empowering you into action. This is Warriors Talk with your host, Lady ReShell.
Hello. Welcome to Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell, where we move away from awareness towards action. It's Relationship Monday, and our topic for today is signs you're being loved bombed. We are live on Intellectual Radio. We just heard from the Drive at 5 with Roman. Keep it locked right here on Intellectual Radio and allow us to feed your brain. On the last episode of Warriors Talk, I talked about Henrietta Lacks and her Gila sales. And she's also known as the mother of modern medicine. Go over to YouTube and type in Intellectual Radio. Stay connected for any episodes you may have missed. The quote of the day is, just because someone desires you doesn't mean they value you. We are grateful for our sponsor, EmanuelC.O.G.I.C with Pastor Michael Richardson, who has a special message for us.
Greetings, I am Pastor Michael Richardson.
And I am First Lady Anastasia Richardson from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago, Illinois. We are building upon a solid foundation.
And we're inviting you to join us every Sunday morning on Facebook Live at EmanuelC.O.G.I.C at 10:15 Central Standard Time. And you can also view our videos on our YouTube channel at EmanuelC.O.G.I.C-MR. Once again, this is Pastor Michael Richardson
and First Lady Anastasia Richardson, and we're from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We are building upon a solid foundation.
Here are your trending topics for today. According to CNN, gas prices continue to climb Monday, rising to a short record high. After the skyrocket pace, the price per gallon is $4.11 and will probably be broken in just a day or two. The average price of the gallon of gas is $4.07, according to AAA survey taken Sunday at 140,000 stations nationwide. That's up 6 cents from the previous day's average, hitting an average of $4 a gallon over the weekend. The first time in 14 years since the record high was set in July of 2008. The national average has soared to 52 cents a gallon, or 15% since February 24th, a day after Russia invaded Ukraine. It is the fastest increase since Hurricane Katrina hit the U.S. Gulf Coast, and much of its domestic oil and refining industry in 2005. But prices are rapidly increasing everywhere. The lowest price right now is in Missouri for $3.63. And 21 states right now have prices greater than $4. So I don't know about you, but I am not liking these gas prices right now. So if you are just tuned in on any form of social media, please like, share the show, invite someone else in on the show so that they can get this valuable information. Our topic again today is signs you are being loved bombed. And we're going to jump right into the topic and talk about the definition of what love bombing means. Love bombing is basically when you are either dating someone or in a relationship with someone and they are treating you with an overwhelming words of affection, time, gifts, and it's to a state to where it just seems like it's too good to be true, or you feel like in a short amount of time that you have found your soulmate, you have found the one that you've been looking for, and you're ready to sign this person over as your beneficiary. You're ready to go run and elope with this person, all within a short amount of time of you meeting this person, right? So that's the definition of love bombing in a nutshell. So the first sign of love bombing is excessive attention and flattery. So when you meet someone, and they're constantly giving you all of this attention, they always want to be in your space. They want to make sure that you guys are together all the time, right? and you only been knowing this person, let's just say a couple of weeks, in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, oh my God, this person really likes me. Like, where has this person been all my life, right? And they're constantly giving you all of these compliments, telling you how good you look and how they can't believe that you came into their life. And they're talking about all the little things that, you felt like everybody else ignored. And they're highlighting all of those things. And we all crave attention, right? We all want someone to give us praise and to make our heads spin. But this particular love bombing is like going overboard to the point to where it's a red flag, but because you are just so overwhelmed with the flattery and the attention, you don't even notice that it's a red flag. So this person actually works to have you to become emotionally addicted to them. So when you are not with them, then you're feeling like, oh my goodness, like you're craving them, you need them because you feel like they are everything that you have desired, everything that you've been looking for. It's in this person because they're showing you all of these things. So you have to remember that when we talk and we tell people what it is that we want, what it is that we need, that they listen to it. And then some people will form themselves to make sure that they give you those things, especially if they have an ulterior motive. So they're going to tell you things like, you're my soulmate. I can't believe I found someone like you. You're the perfect person. I want to spend all of my time with you. And of course, you're thinking like, wow, what's wrong with the other people who didn't want this person, right? How is this person single? Where did this person come from that, nobody else picked up this person, wifed this person. This person is not anybody's husband, but all of a sudden, they're glued to you and they're giving you all of this attention and they're telling you all of these things that you have longed to hear. So that's the first sign of somebody is love bombing you, is that they're going to give you all of the attention that you could ever want. And they're going to tell you all of those things that you have longed to hear. And the second sign is isolation from your friends and family. They are going to make sure that they are keeping you right under them, right? Because they don't want anybody else to peep their game. They don't want anybody else to know exactly what it is that they're doing to you, because other people are going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to look at you like, why are you even doing this with this person? You just met this person and you're acting like, you've been knowing this person for a long time and you're allowing this person to do all of these things to you, and you just met this person. So they're going to make sure that they isolate you from friends and family, that they're going to make sure that, nobody else is going to be able to get in your ear, that they're going to be the ones that's controlling you and telling you what to do. You're going to be coming to them with all of your problems, anything that, you have an issue with. They're going to make sure that you come to them. They're going to make sure that they solve all of your problems. And that's a red flag when somebody doesn't want you around your family. They don't want, and you just met them. But all of a sudden, everybody that you're around is a problem. Everybody that you're hanging with is an issue, right? That's a problem. That's a problem. Hey, Resolve, thank you for tuning in. That's an issue. If you are with somebody and every time you go around your family, they're complaining about individuals, telling you that they don't like that person, they don't want you hanging around that person, so they keep you isolated. So you stop going to events because you don't want to offend this person, you don't want to make them unhappy, so you don't even go to these different events and hang around your people. Therefore, you are being isolated from your family and your friends. So the third sign that you are being love bombed is that they are going to give you some gifts, right? Over the top gifts. Like it could be some red bottoms. You just met this person less than a month ago and they are buying you red bottom shoes, right? They're buying you Louis, Gucci's, taking you out to all these fancy dinners. Like all of these things that you have probably told them about that you wanted, that you probably wasn't able to get for yourself. And now they are overwhelming you with all of these things, right? And you're looking like, oh, maybe they're just doing it because they love me. Maybe that, they've been always wanting to do this for someone. They're buying you roses, sending them to your job, or either bringing them to your job. and you just like, oh wow. It's to the point to where it's overwhelming you, but you don't see the danger because this person is moving so fast. Hey, Kimmy, thank you for tuning in. Because this person is moving so fast that you don't really have a chance to be like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. Something is wrong with this picture that this person is buying me all of these expensive gifts really fast. And I just met this person. No, this person is not going to give you a chance to think, not going to give you a chance to talk to somebody else for them to be like, girl, you crazy. Something's wrong with this person. They're not going to give you that chance. Why? Because of number 4. This relationship is moving really fast. When somebody is love bombing you, they're going to move really fast because they don't want you to take a step back and try to figure out what's going on, why this is happening, right? They don't want you to think about it, because if you think about it, then you're going to step back. You're going to take a step back and you're not going to want to be with them. So they're going to introduce you to their friends, to their family, and you're thinking like, "Oh wow, he introduced me to his mom in just 2 weeks. Like we just been dating 2 weeks, and I went to a family event. I met his kids, I'm hanging out with his friends, and none of that seems creepy to you." Like, it takes some men a while before they even bring you around their people because they're not even sure that they want to be with you. So they don't want to take that step into introducing you to people, especially not their kids, introducing their kids to all these different people. But none of that seems crazy to you because this person is moving so fast and they're not giving you a chance to think about this. Something is wrong with this. Something is wrong with this person for them doing all of these things. And it's not giving you a chance to say, okay, what's the ulterior motive here? And not that when we meet somebody, we should have this thought in the back of our mind, like they're up to, if they're treating us nicely, we should not be thinking like, oh, they're up to something, they want something, or not feeling like you're worthy of these things, because you are. But this is just to the point to where it's just overwhelming. And if it seems too good to be true, then guess what? It's too good to be true. So they may even try to seal the deal with trying to get you to have sex. Hey, MyLeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. They may even try to get you to seal the deal with them by having sex, telling you, let's have sex. If you love me, let's have sex. Let's seal this deal. You say you want to be with me. I'm doing all these things for you. Don't think that they're going to do all these things for you and not throw it back in your face. They're going to throw it back in your face, right? They're going to tell you how much they spent on the stuff. And, they may even take the stuff back. If you tick them off, they may even take the stuff back. So you have to think about, why is this person moving so fast in this relationship? And I just met this person. Why is this person in a rush? What's the rush about? Let's take our time and get to know each other. We have time. Why are we rushing? I've always heard that you want to see somebody in all seasons, right? You want to see them in summer, spring, winter, and fall. You want to see them in all seasons. You want to see them when they're angry, right? You want to see how they treat the people that's closest to them. You want to see how they treat people that they don't need, right? You want to see how they act. You want to see if they have integrity or not, because that's going to give you a big picture of how they are going to treat you. And if you have any kids, Rizal said that's the layaway plan. Rizal and his layaway plan. And people will put you on layaway if you allow them to. They will put you on hold until, Rizal always say, until they decide who they want to go to. If they find somebody better, then guess what? They're gonna probably leave you on layaway and go to the other person, and you still thinking that something may be happening, and they done went off and started a whole relationship. So you have to make sure that you take a step back, because if it's moving so fast, then it's like, where are we going? Why are we moving so fast? Where are we trying to get to? What's the rush? What's the rush? So step number 5, or sign number 5, that you are being love bombed, is that they're asking about all of your bad experiences, right? And the reason why is because they are going to use it against you. They're going to collect this information and they're going to use it against you. So if you say something like, man, I think I've gained some weight. I've been eating so much and I done gained some weight. And then if y'all get into an argument or if you do something to make this person upset, then they're going to say, they're going to see you eating something. They're going to say, I know you're not eating that. It's going to go straight to your hips. And you already been complaining about how much weight you gain. And you're like, what? And now you feeling some type of way, like, okay, I don't even want to eat that. And then now you tiptoeing every time you're around him because you don't want that person to see you eating. Right? So you have to be careful. We have to be careful about what we share. Be careful. Sarah says, I never knew this. Yeah, you have to be careful, Sarah, about what you share with people about your life, because especially a person that means you no harm, right? This person that has an ulterior motive, then they're going to use it against you. So this person that's overwhelming you, that's love bombing you, they're going to take that information that you're telling them. Why? Because we talk too much. I always say as women, we talk too much. We tell everything. So if you're telling this person everything about you, everything that you like in a man, everything that you want in a man, then guess what that person is going to do? That person is going to form themselves to be just that, so that they can love bomb you and give you everything that you said you wanted. And I'm not talking about a genuine person that's genuine and that wants to, get to know you and want to love you. I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about somebody who has an ulterior motive. Rizal said, no, that's taking them out to dinner too much. Part of the layaway plan, now they're gaining weight. Well, that's true. Well, it depends on where you take them to, Rizal. Take them to a place where you're eating salad, so you don't have to worry about them gaining weight. And ladies, stop allowing people to put you on layaway. You hearing it straight from a man's mouth. Somebody's putting you on layaway, and you know when you on layaway. Ladies, we know. Sometimes we know we playing second fiddle, and sometimes we're okay with that. Why? Some of us have low self-esteem, and the love bombing person can sniff that out. They know you have low self-esteem, so they're going to draw in on that, and again, they're going to overwhelm you with all of those things that you have already told them about. They're listening, so stop talking so much. Stop oversharing about things that in a relationship may take somebody time to get to know those things. You don't have to tell somebody your whole life story in a month. You don't. Like, some things may not even come up until you are actually comfortable with that person. But this love bombing person is making you feel comfortable with them. So you're sharing everything that you know. Everything. So we are on sign number 5 when it comes to love bombing. Love is expressed in extremes, right? This person is going to the ultimate extreme when it comes to letting you know how they feel, right? They would even say something like, I cannot live without you, right? And they'll even threaten to kill themselves. They'll even, threaten to kill themselves if you left them, right? So again, you have to be careful, because if they will take themselves out, guess what? They'll take you out. They'll be like, you're the only person in the world that I can depend on. I can't depend on anybody else. It's you and me against the world. You my ride or die, right? And you just like, I just met you a month ago. Like, like, take a step back and really examine the situation. Really have somebody that you can talk to about your things, not somebody that's, every time you tell them about somebody, be like, girl, you don't need to be with that person, be by yourself. But really talk to someone who's happy in their relationship, and they can give you some sound advice and say, hey, I just met a person. We've been dating for a couple of weeks, and this is what's happening. Because sometimes when they're love bombing you, you can't think straight. You can't. You just thinking that, oh my God, where has this person been all my life? I have really found my soulmate, and we about to run off. We about to run off and get married. I'm about to give him all of me, and this person has an ulterior motive. Hey, Lisa, thank you for tuning in. And this person has an ulterior motive. So you have to make sure that you have somebody where you can bounce, your ideas off of what's going on and get some sound advice. So we're talking about love bombing, and we are on number 7. So number 7, the sign that somebody is love bombing you. And I think I mentioned this. It's too good to be true. This particular, hey, Coach T, this particular person is doing so much to where, and it feels like almost like you're on this roller coaster, right? When you're on this roller coaster and the ride goes all the way up to the top, right? And then it spins all the way down to the bottom, and you're feeling these butterflies because it's about to drop, right? And then the ride spins back up. And you just do the same thing all over again. And that's how it feels to be dating someone who is love bombing you, right? It's like they're always on 10, showering you with stuff, complimenting you. You just put on some eyelashes. They notice because they're going to notice everything, right? Everything. But your eyelashes look so nice. I noticed you changed your nail polish. It looks nice. Your hair looks nice. They're going to compliment you on everything. It's going to be it's to the point to where it's too much to where you feel like, do I really deserve all of these compliments? Like all these compliments are just overwhelming, right? You're going to feel like I don't even deserve all these compliments. And then that should make you take a step back to say, is this true? Is this really real? Is what this person is saying is true? Like, and if it feels too good to be true, again, it 9 times out of 10 it is. Take a step back. Take a step back and say, whoa, let's slow down and see how the person react, right? Let's slow down. I feel like we're moving so fast. I need to catch my breath and see how they react. If they get angry, you already know they had an ulterior motive. If they like, okay, babe, I ain't going nowhere. Let's take our time. I'm with you. So take a step back and see what happens. Resolve says, see, now they're playing the pity party. Make them feel bad, like they are putting so much in this newfound love that they can't live without you after 2 days and 2 hours. That's true. And it's so sad, but Resolve, people fall for this. People fall for this. It's so sad. Okay, Coach T says she's late. What's the definition of love bombing? So, Coach T, love bombing is when you are either dating someone or in a relationship with someone, and they are overwhelming you with gifts, attention, compliments to the point to where it's just like unbelievable, really, right? And it's so consistent, but it's in a short period of time that you have met them that they're doing all of these things to the point to where you feel like, oh my God, I met my Mr. Right. Or, this is my soulmate. And you feel like you're going to run off with this person and get married. And you just met this person and they are just showering you with all of these things really quickly. Why? Because they have quizzed you. They have asked you these questions, asked you what you want, what it is that you need in a man, and you have told them all these things. You told them you like flowers. You told them you like orchids. So they got a room full of orchids, right? Now, a man will probably go buy an orchid plant, right? So you'll have one. The love bomber is going to buy a room full of orchids, right? You're going to have a room full of orchids. And you're like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. So that's the definition of love bombing. Nicole said you can be love bombed. You can be love bombed by a broken person. Those are the people who's doing it. Somebody who's broke, somebody who's healed is not going to be running around, trying to hurt somebody else. Broke people, what do? Hurt people, what do? They hurt people. And that's why it's important for you to heal. If you're healed and somebody comes to you broken with all of this foolishness, you will notice it. You'll be like, wait, hold up. Okay, let's slow this train down. No. No, we're gonna take our time. Coach T says, okay, so it's overly clingy and controlling. Absolutely. These types usually have an ulterior motive. Absolutely. And the ulterior motive is, you said it, financially broke. Absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. So the clingy and the controlling, this is the purpose of the love bombing, is so that they can control you. So once they love bomb you, right, and they've given you all this attention, they've given you all these gifts and these compliments, then it comes the devaluing stage, right? They're going to devalue you. They're going to, and then it may get to a point to where once they devalue you, the point of them devaluing you is so that they have already given you all this love, all this attention, and you feel like, oh my God, I can't live without this person. Now they're going to devalue you, right? And then they're going to come to you because they know you're not going to go anywhere. Why? Because you are craving. It's like an addiction. You are craving them now. They got you to the point to where you are craving them emotionally. Yes. So you have to be careful with these people, and then they'll discard you. They'll discard you if you are not cooperative. So if you're not cooperating with what they want after they have given you the attention and devoured you, then they're going to discard you and do what? Get a new supply. They're going to find somebody else, and they're going to do the love bombing stage all over. Um, Eminem said it's crazy how people can just do this without caring about what the outcome is, the society we live in. That's true. And I think it's because of people who are broken. When you broke, you don't care. Somebody broke you, so now you're on a mission to break whoever comes in your path. Lisa says, game, recognize game. And you gotta be alert. You gotta be open. You gotta not let them isolate you and get you by yourself to where you cannot think straight, right? This person is having you go in your bank account, writing checks here, writing checks there. You don't furnish their whole house. Like they got you under this control to where, you ain't seen your parents in 2, 3 years because they don't like your parents. Why? Because they know your parents are going to get to you and say, something not right with that relationship. You need to take a step back. Coach T says, Nicole, we got to be looking out for the homosexual. Yeah, that too, because people be they're looking for places to stay. They're looking for people who have money, somebody that can take care of them, and a place to lay their head. Nicole says, "Oh, they care." She said, "Oh, they care, just not about their partner. They care mightily. I'm sorry, mighty about themselves, almost like sociopath." Oh, it is, Nicole. Absolutely. These people these people are narcissists. They are narcissists, right? And I'm not going to say they all are narcissists because you have people that will love bomb people when you first get together, right? Because you want to put your best foot forward. But these people are not going overboard to the point to where it's going to hurt or break another person. But the narcissist is going to go for broke, right? They're doing it to break you. Coach T, say you're on fire, Nicole. Absolutely, she said I did a live on homosexuals. You did. I probably tuned into that one, Nicole. I'm sure I did. So we're on number 8. Oh, we're moving fast. Number 8, this is the signs that you are being love bombed. The red flags will overshadow you by the love bombing. You are not even going to recognize any red flags because this person has your mind spinning, right? So you're not going to recognize anything. The only thing you're going to be looking at is how so-called good this person is treating you, how you have never felt this way before. You can't believe that somebody is loving on you like this. So any red flags that you see, you're just going to kindly be like, it's okay because he done brought me these red bottoms, and because he's so affectionate, and because he's always complimenting me, that can't be a red flag. It can't be. So you're gonna overlook it. Nicole says, thanks, Coach T. Oh, you did. I knew I tuned in. I always tune in. Nicole always have good topics. I'm telling you. I'll always get your mind to thinking. So, and we need that, especially when it comes to relationships. When it comes to your heart, you should not just be giving your heart away freely, right? No, we're not giving our heart away freely. We are, not to say we're making you work for it, but you're going to put in some time. And a month is not enough time for you to say, I know this person, we about to run off and get married, and for you to be doing all these crazy things with that person. No, take some time back, a step back, and look at the situation without you in it and see how crazy it look. Imagine one of your girlfriends in that situation and see how crazy you look. If you were to call your girlfriend and say, girl, I just met this boy. He's buying me all this stuff, girl. I just love him, and we about to do this. And she gonna say, well, how long you been on him? A month? She gonna be like, baby, bye. Get away from me with that foolishness. No, something's not right. She'll be like, I want to meet him. Because what's she going to do? She going to try to sniff him out to let you know, no. You supposed to guard your heart, not give your heart away freely to individuals. Coach T said the key is not to allow them to isolate you, because isolation results in you losing yourself. But you are so busy being loved by them that you won't realize it until you finally talk to someone in your regular circle. That is so true. And that's why they don't want you around nobody. You gonna bring somebody around, they're gonna be like, I don't like the way she looked at me. She jealous of you. They'll try to make it seem like they jealous of you, and they don't want you around that person. They're not good for you. So you really have to have, like I said, even if it's just one person that you're talking to and letting them know what's going on with this relationship. Because before you know it, again, if you decide to go against this person that's love bombing you, if you decide to take a step back, now you don't have anybody there because they done already removed everybody. They done removed everybody from you. And now you ashamed, you too embarrassed really to go even tell anybody. Nicole says, I'm that friend. I'm also the one who will threaten his good health if he hurts my girl. And we need women who's going to stick up for your friends. And when you notice something is not right, like pay attention, especially if you used to hang out with this girlfriend and now she don't have no time for you. And it's okay when you get a man that, you spending time with him, but girls like to catch up. We want to catch up and we want to tell our girlfriends about what's going on. So be open, ladies, if they come to you, and they always come to you telling you, so just be open and listen, because you just never know, what they're going to say. You just never know. So just be there. Coach T says something is wrong with everybody you've ever known. Let them tell it. They'll say everybody's crazy. They'll be like, everybody's crazy. Everybody but them, right? Everybody but them is crazy. So when you hear that, but of course you're so close up on it, you're not even gonna notice it until you're all the way out. Lisa says, what's scary is some will ignore the signs and the spirit of discernment. Oh, I've been there. So I can't even, because I've been there. I've been there to where you just feel like it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Like you're denying it. Like you feel it, and you feel this in your gut. You feel it. You feel the spirit tugging on you. And we will ignore it. And that's a gift that ladies have been given, this innate gift that, we can feel things. We can tell when something's not right. A lot of times we don't trust it. And when God gives you that spirit of discernment, we supposed to use it, trust it, lean on it, as a guide, as a barrier of protection. And we just get blinded. We get a side swipe to where, we won't love so bad. We enter these situations desperate. And that's another thing. We're not healed when we enter them. We won't love so bad. I mean, it's not a bad thing to want love. It's not a bad thing to crave it. But when you're entering these things desperate and not healed, then people feed off of that. And they're going to treat you the way that you shouldn't be treated. They're not going to love on you the way that you should be loved. Coach T says, I'm speaking from experience, and when it finally slaps you in the face, you be like, who was I then? She said, what was going on in my life that I allowed this craziness to happen? Fix it, Jesus. You do. You when you take that step back, you be like, and you be mad at people around you, right? I be like, why y'all didn't tell me? I know y'all saw this. Why y'all didn't tell me? They be like, we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you what was going on, but you wasn't even listening. You would bite our head off if we said something about that boy. So you have to get to a point to where you can't be so desperate. And we're so desperate that we're willing to just take anything. We're willing to let anybody convince us that this is love. This is what love look like. Nicole said, the good bomber, what is that? Melancholy? I don't even know what that is. Method. I don't even know what that is, Nicole. I don't even know. The good bomber convinces you to stop trusting yourself. Why can't I say that word? You lose trust in yourself, which is a sad thing when you allow somebody to take away. That's a control that you have. That's a power. Okay, thank you. Intentional. Okay. That's you have control, and what you're doing is you're giving somebody that control, right? You're giving somebody that control, and now they have you to the point to where you don't even trust yourself. You don't even trust your thinking. And again, remember I said they want you to come to them for everything. They want you to come to them for everything. So now you don't even trust yourself to do certain things. You're going to go to them first and ask them their opinion. What should I do? Should I what should I do? Because why? You're not sure of yourself, because now you have given them the control over you, which is what they want, because they want to break you down. Love bombing is all about breaking down your defenses in a relationship, breaking you down so the other person can have control. All right. Number 9 is they exaggerate their interest in your life. Whatever it is that you're doing, they're going to pretend like they like it. They're going, if you say, oh, I like stepping, they're going to pick a date where y'all could go stepping. Now they taking stepping lessons and they teaching you how to step. Like they're going to take interest in things that you like, but it's going to be exaggerated, right? To the point to where you feel like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I feel like, he loves me. He's taking interest in the things that I want to do. No. This is a sickness that this person has. It's a sickness that they feel like they have to have control. They feel like they have to devalue someone when they don't have that control, and that they have to discard you and throw you away when they feel like that control has been taken from them. Have you ever been in a relationship to where you've been with somebody and they've given you the silent treatment, to where they didn't say, they just stopped talking to you, and you're wondering why they're not talking to you? And you're thinking in your head, like, was it something that I did? Like, what did I do to make this person treat me this way? I remember going through this. I dated a narcissist for 5 years, and I remember this person, and sound, me saying this right now may sound really crazy, but at the time when I was going through this, I didn't think that it was crazy. So this person, we were spending a lot of time together, and then I didn't hear from this person. And normally we would talk every day. Didn't hear from this person. I called them, and I texted them, and they didn't respond. I called them, and they didn't pick up. And so I just said, oh, that was a day. Maybe they was busy that day. So I didn't think of it. So the second day went past, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Called them, went to voicemail. Text them, they didn't answer. I'm like, oh, I hope they okay. The third day came, I was like, okay, especially like when you see them posting on Facebook and stuff, and you see them doing stuff, and you like, this person is ignoring me. That fourth day came, and I called the person, and they picked up. And he was like, hello. And I was like, you all right? And they was like, yeah. I was like, I've been calling and texting you for the last couple of days. And they was like, I know. I was going to call you when I was ready. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, I was going to call you when I was ready. And I'm like, did I do something? Like, what? They was like, no, I'm going to call you when I'm ready. And that's when I know that person had control, right? And when they don't have control, what they'll do. So I was trying to figure out, like, did we get into a disagreement? Like, what happened? Like, if they feel like they're losing control, then they have to do something to gain the control back. So that was his way of gaining the control back, right? His way was, if I give her the silent treatment, now I have the upper hand, because now she's going to be calling me trying to figure out what's wrong. So now I have the upper hand. So now the power was put back into his hands, because I was like groveling, like, oh, what's wrong? What did I do wrong? Which I probably didn't do anything wrong. If he didn't like something that I said or something that I did, now he has to give me the silent treatment, because now he has to get that power so that he can get back in control. Coach T said a silent treatment is a form of manipulation. It is. It really is. And I didn't know that at first. Like, I didn't know it. And that was the first time that it had happened to me. And so when he did it again, I just kind of recognized that he did it. And I said, okay, I'll just wait it out. I'll wait it out, because when he gets ready to deal with me again, then he'll call me. And then that's how it would be. Like, oh my gosh. It sounds really sad though. This is a good topic, Lisa. It really is. It sounds really sad, but at the time I did not know that I was being love bombed. I did not know that I was dating a narcissist. I didn't know until I was out of the relationship that this is what was happening. And as I took a step back, I was like, oh my God, this man is a narcissist. Charlene says, we as women just have to follow our hearts and our guts, feeling that if it doesn't feel right, that it's usually not. It's usually not right. Why is it, ladies? Why is it, and it's not all of us, why is it that we don't trust our intuition, that we don't trust that's within our gut that's telling us when we feel that? Why is it that we don't trust it? What is it about us that we don't trust that? Because we know that it works, because we'll be like, man, I should have trust my gut. I had a feeling. Nicole says, been on both sides of that. Guess I should have grew up a little. I know. I feel you. I trust me. I was in my 40s. Lisa says we need to teach our children the do's and don'ts of relationships. We really do. I think we take for granted that, especially if you don't have, like in your household, if you don't have like, a good solid relationship with a spouse and they're able to see, a good example. You still need to talk to them, but I think we just take for granted that we really don't want them in relationships until they get older, so we don't even have the conversations with them. Nicole said, my heart and my gut don't get along. Most of the times they don't get along. That's probably why. Because our heart want to do something else and our gut like, girl, don't do that. And then we like, I'm going to go do that. And then your heart be like, I told you not to do that. Coach T says, we want to be wrong about these men because we want to be with them. So, we don't want to believe that this person is love bombing me, that this person is taking me for granted, that this person is devaluing me and controlling me. We don't want to believe that. Number 10, the sign that you are being love bombed is that they get upset if you try to implement boundaries, baby. Bye. I wish you would. How dare you set boundaries with me? After I done gave you all these compliments and brought you all this stuff, spending all this time with you, and you have the nerve to want to set some boundaries with me? I don't think so. You really gonna get the treatment if you they not gonna go for that. So you might as well just throw the way you set boundaries is you would have to leave. You would have to cut them off, and you would have to do no contact, which means you have to make up in your mind that I don't want to be with this person. Because if you leave and come back, oh, it's about to get worse. They're gonna do the love bombing stage all over again, but they're gonna treat you worse that second time. It's gonna be worse. So, and I would say still, don't be afraid to set your boundaries, but just know that they're going to make you feel guilty for setting them, because they're going to be like, I thought you said you love me. I thought you said, I was everything you needed. They're going to make you feel guilty about it. But set your boundaries. But if you feel like, okay, I'm going to leave this relationship, then when you leave, you cannot come back. You cannot, because it's going to be worse the second time around. Trust me, I know. I've lived it. Number 11 is they want to be in constant communication with you. When I say constant, I mean they are texting, calling you probably every minute on the hour. They want to know where you are all the time. Like, you better not set it up to where you missing and you decide you're going to hang out with your girlfriends. Now he's feeling like, oh, so the girlfriends are more important than me when I've been here for you, and now you want to hang out with them. They don't love you. They jealous of you. So they want to make sure, and that's a form of control, to be in constant communication with you, and it's a weakness on their part, right? It's a weakness and an insecurity on their part, but they don't look at it that they're sick. They don't look at it as something wrong with them. They look at it as something wrong with you for not appreciating everything that this person is doing for you. Coach T says the moment you stand up for yourself, they will act like you have shot them in the chest. You will have betrayed them, and it will not end well. Oh, girl, it will not end well with you. So be ready. Be ready to let it go. You talking about going from a so-called love to hate relationship? Oh, baby. You're going to get it. So don't you dare try to, I'm telling you, it is not going to be good. Hey, Angela. Angela said, we as women all need to set boundaries going into a relationship, period. Yeah, but when that love bombing is coming, Angela, you just like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I've been needing. This person is giving me everything. Number 12 is they want your undivided attention, right? They want you to give them all the attention. Don't be in a room full of people, or you sitting down eating at a table with people and you conversating with other people and they sitting there. When you get out of there, you're going to get it. They are going to let you have it. They want all the focus to be on them. They going to be like a big baby and they going to pout about it, but they going to let you know that, oh, you did something wrong. And they'll show you probably by that silent treatment. That's another way, pulling away from you, or the things that they was giving you. Now they're gonna pull back on giving you those things. So they want all eyes to be on them. Coach T says that's constant monitoring is exhausting. It really is. She said at the end of the day, it's all classified as verbal and emotional warfare that they are waging on you, girl. And it's like, why you pick me to do? Why is you picking me to do all this crazy stuff too? Like, why? You could have picked anybody else. Here you are over here. Charlene said, absolutely. If you leave a relationship and come back, it's saying that you condone their actions, and it will get worse. It will get so worse. You would be like, what? I thought, and they'll make it seem like it's gonna be better the second time around, but baby, bye. You about to get it worse, because they're gonna say, how dare you leave me? How dare you leave me? Number 13 is they're gonna try to convince you that you are their soulmate. I had a dream and God told me that, you my wife. You are my wife. They're manipulating you, right? You're my wife. And if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But they're going to make it seem like you are soulmates. They're going to use that, because who don't want a soulmate? Who don't want to find a soulmate, right? I would love to find my soulmate. But they're going to make you think that I'm your soulmate and you can't do nothing without me. You can't do nothing without me, right? No, you can't do nothing. Did I read that already? Coach T said they will literally tell you that the next time I take you somewhere. Yes. The next time I take you somewhere, I need you to be quiet and let me do the talking, girl, because they want to be smart. Girl, when I tell you I live this. I have sat at the table with my head down, right? I didn't even give people eye contact because I didn't want them to say nothing to me, because I knew that I was going to get it from him. So, and it might not have been verbal from him, but it may have been something physical that he would do or withdraw, right? Girl, that is so true. Oh my goodness. Angela says, we should have learned from the previous relationship that hurt us, that boundaries need to be set for the next relationship. That's so true. But when that love bombing is coming in, again, you're going to overlook all of that until you are knee deep into the relationship. Now, if you set them boundaries up front, he don't want to be bothered with you. He don't want to be bothered with nobody setting no boundaries up front, right? If you setting boundaries up front and you difficult, he going to move to the next person. So, no. But if he's love bombing you and you feel like, oh my God, this is a lie. He really appreciates me. He loves me. You ain't going to be thinking about all that until it's too late. Now, you want to set some boundaries after we done did all of this. Nicole says, I'm so glad that And that has never been her. I'm getting an attitude just thinking about it. Ooh, Nicole. Let me tell you, when I stepped out of the relationship, I had to thank God, like, Lord, thank you. Coach T said, Lady ReShell, we need to swap stories, Hunty. Finally, somebody knows what I'm going through. Girl, when I tell you, I said, what was I? And you started thinking, like, is this something wrong with me? Like, why was this person attracted to me? Like, and sometimes it's not even you. Sometimes they're the crazy one. They need to help. They need to help. And they don't want to get help. Don't you dare tell them that they need to get help, baby. You may have a black eye. Don't tell them they need help. Okay. Number 14, I only have 15 too. Number 14 is that you feel unbalanced, right? You feel like every time this person around, you feel like you're unbalanced, like in your mind, right? Just in your physical. It's like when you're around this person, you got, okay, I can't say this, I can't do this, I just gotta be careful at what I do because I don't want them to get upset. I don't want to mess up things with them. So you just really just unbalanced around this person, right? And at first, when they was love bombing you, it was like intoxicating. You're like, oh my God, now you feel uneasy. And you know what a bomb does, right? When you hear a bomb, it's like boom. And you don't know that it's happening until that bomb has dropped, right? Till you hear that boom, that's when you know that you have actually been love bombed. By the time you feel this pit in your stomach, like, whoa, what's really going on? And my last one is that you're overwhelmed by the intensity of this person. This person is on every time they're with you, they're going to keep pouring on the charm. It's going to be they're running on all cylinders all the time. And why? Because they don't want to give you a chance to think. They don't want to give you a chance to think for yourself, to know that they on some BS. Right? Because if you do, then you're gonna be like, okay, this is up. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. You gotta address it. And how dare you address anything with them? Coach T says, I'm so glad that that point in her life that is over. Like, girl, you gotta celebrate. And when you see it coming at you again, you just like, nope. Not gonna happen, baby. Yeah, they will try to manipulate you all day. That's their weapon. Manipulation is their weapon. Coach T said you can't be comfortable in your own skin. It makes you nervous indefinitely. Girl, when you're around them, you ain't got no skin. You don't. You can't think. You don't think for yourself. You better be on your best behavior at all times, or you are gonna hear it. You're gonna get it. And that silent treatment is something else, I'm telling you. All right, you guys, I'm glad y'all tuned in today. We talked about, I gave you 15 signs that you are being loved bombed. So now that you know, when you see it coming your way, run. It's not even worth it. The gifts, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it, right? So be smarter next time that you enter into another relationship that, I'm worth more than that. And you don't need to be with anybody that's devaluing you. Thank you, Nicole. That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You just gave me an idea for a post. Do it, girl. Do it. Do it. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. I want to highlight my sponsors really quick, which is Allstate with Paula Kelly. And she is an amazing Allstate individual who is looking for new clients to come aboard with her. She's located at 327 East Glenwood Lansing Road in Glenwood, Illinois. Call her for a free quote at 708-758-3300. Please tell her that Warriors Talk sent you. Join me next Monday at 6 p.m. right here on Intellectual Radio. I'll leave you with these words of wisdom. If you are in the early stages of a relationship and everything feels like it's happening too soon, check with your gut. Remember, falling in love should be savored and not rushed. As always, thank you for tuning into Warriors Talk with author and founder Lady ReShell, where we are changing lives one warrior that is at a time.
Thank you for listening to this week's edition of Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell. To find out more about Warriors Talk, follow at Warriors Talk, the number 1, on all social media outlets, and Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell on YouTube. Please join us next week and every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on IntellectualRadio.com for Warriors Talk with Lady ReShell, where we encourage, educate, and empower you into action.